blah, 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 blah. You flying with the Phoenix. Still at it, still back at it, you know what I'm saying? Still ain't got no music intro, but that's my intro for right now, you feel me, you feel me? Alright, so, back at it again with another down bad. I did it backwards, but it's still, you get the point. Alright, so what I got for today, so I'm gonna be talking about texting. Yes, texting. Alright, so to begin with, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what texting is. You on your phone, it's not calling, you just sending somebody a quick SMS. I don't even know what SMS stands for, but everybody pretty much know what texting is. Alright, so especially in today's age, nobody really be on the phone like that anymore. Most of the time, you just going, if you really need to say something to somebody, you're just gonna shoot them a quick text. But it becomes more than that when you're talking to somebody, as in kind of like you trying to mess with them type thing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to okay, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much. Okay, now I'm playing. But basically, when a boy and a girl, when a man and a woman, they trying to talk. If you don't know what talk, you know what I'm saying? Talk, like you trying to get with them, trying to be with them type thing. You know what I'm saying? Be relationship talk. So when that comes along, texting just becomes different. It's more than just, you just shooting somebody a quick text, just trying to get your message across. It's more of it becomes more strategic than that. It becomes more advanced, for lack of better terms, okay? So in that advanced type of communication, there's a type of thing that you gotta follow, kind of like a creed. There's kind of like some rules, but really, you just supposed to just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're just supposed to say what you're supposed to say and say it how you want to say it. But when you're texting, the communication gets lost because it's not the same as voice. It's not the same as calling. When you calling somebody, when you talking to somebody in person, you could really understand what they're trying to say or how they're trying to say it because of the tone. Like you feel me? Like you could get high pitch, you know what I'm saying? You could get low with it. You could be like, serious, nah bro, I ain't playing with you. Or you could be like, nah bro, I ain't playing with you, come on, you know what I'm saying? So it really just depends. It depends on what you're trying to say, and that becomes a little bit harder to do with just words when somebody's reading something, because when you're reading, you just gonna read it how it's put down, how it's on the, I was gonna say on the paper, but it's not paper, how you see it on the screen. So in order to avoid any complications or any miscommunications, guess who's here? Guess who you flying with? Okay, your boy. Alright, so to begin with, alright, the first section, I'll say dry texting. Dry texting is something that you want to avoid doing and something that you don't want the other person to do. Okay? So in order to avoid that, you just gotta both. Okay, I'm gonna start with your part first. What you need to do is avoid sending one word messages. Avoid saying anything that's just too closed. Like you want to use open type sentences, something that they could respond to, something that's easy to respond to. Otherwise it's like, bro, okay, what am I supposed to say to that? Like if you text somebody says you something, I'm about to do this and that, da 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 da, you don't just say okay. Like how am I supposed to respond to that? How are they supposed to respond to that? So if they say something, I'm about to do this, you'd be like, oh, how come? Or you know what I'm saying, ask some type of questions, but don't ask too many questions. Too many questions can be irritating to the other person, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, all you doing is ask me questions, I'm answering, and it's just keep on going and going. Like, bro, you the feds? Like, why you keep on doing that? You 12? Like, bro, you got a wire on you. You know what I'm saying? But no. So don't dry text, don't send one word answers, but also don't send too many questions. So yeah, that's part one of dry texting, and that's your part. The one word answers or sending back LOL or something. LOL and okay are not okay, and they're not funny. Like it just kind of deads the whole thing. LOL, okay, stuff like that, that's really not. If you really trying to have a conversation with somebody, then you just want to keep on pushing it forward, like with the words, like with the sentences, full sentences, so they could have something to say back. You can't really say something to somebody laughing. I guess in real life, like, think about it. In real life, if you say something and somebody just start laughing, it's just like, I mean, you could keep on talking about what you're talking about, but it's kind of like, that's really all you could do. That's not really a response for real. So you gotta think about it more. And that's also, you not dry texting is also how you avoid the other person not dry texting. You feel me? Because if you dry, why would they not be dry? You know what I'm saying? The energy feeds off the energy. That's how it goes. That's just how it happens. Okay, that's part one. Part two is time. Texts are kind of time sensitive. You feel me? Because if I text you at 3 o'clock and you don't text me back until 3 o'clock the next day, then, bruh, clearly it's seeming like you're not interested. You're not interested in me. You're not interested in what I gotta say. So it's kind of like you wasting my time and you wasting your own time because clearly you don't want to talk to me. So it's just that. You feel me? So I'm not gonna say you gotta be waiting by your phone every second when you texting somebody like, oh my gosh, I gotta wait for it. Don't do that. That's just, first of all, it's nerve-wracking because you were sitting there waiting on somebody to text back and they might not even be looking at their phone. They might not be near their phone or anything, and it might take, you don't know how long it's gonna take. And when you just sitting there staring at your screen, think about it. Even though it's gonna be like, it might be like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But if you just sitting there for 5 minutes, that's gonna be a long time, a long time. So you know what I'm saying, just put your phone down, come back to it, and I'm pretty sure if they interested, you know what I'm saying, it all depends on that, then you'll get a text back soon. Like you'll hear your, you know what I'm saying. That's another thing. If you like trying to have a conversation with somebody for real, have your ringer on. Don't just have it on silent or DND, because you probably not even thinking about just keep on checking your phone. You gotta have to keep checking your phone. You're not gonna hear it, obviously, if you don't have no sound on. So, I mean, just have your ringer on. You feel me? So also relating to time is waiting. Now, to me, I don't know. It's kind of strategic, but it's also childish in a sense, because okay, it depends on how deep you talking to somebody, like how far in you are with talking to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So if y'all first started talking, I guess you could say that if they text you and you text back like real quick, then that does kind of make you seem a little thirsty. And that's just the way it is, because it's like, dang, like can I get a second to breathe, yo. So that's probably what the other person's gonna be thinking if you just, as soon as they, you know what I'm saying, they wait, like, you know, not wait, but like they didn't text you back for another 3 minutes or whatever. That's not a long time. But as soon as they text it in the same minute, it's 4:24. You text back 4:24, then that's making you look kind of like, dang, you had the phone in your face, you was waiting. Unless you was on the phone, that's different. So if you on the phone, like, and you just text, oh, you pop up, reply, okay, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And that's what I'm getting into, because if you're interested, you want to show interest, obviously, but you don't want to be too thirsty. So it's a balance. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be thirsty. You don't want to be dry. Thirst, dryness. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be right there. It's crazy. I know it sounds like I'm talking nonsense, but hey, it's the truth. The truth is often hard to handle. You know what I'm saying? If you can't handle the truth, then I ain't gonna tell you the truth. Nah, I'm still gonna tell you the truth, whether you can handle it or not. That's on you. But anyway, okay, so that's that for that. But going back to the dry texting thing, I know I'm zigzagging here, but going back to the dry texting, okay? So another way to kind of spice up the conversation, you know what I'm saying, sprinkle a little woozah on it, is emojis. But there's kind of like a little rule in emojis. I like to use emojis, you know what I'm saying? There's pretty much an emoji for everything nowadays. They even got the, you know what I'm saying, they got the middle finger emoji, they got the some gross emoji, crazy emoji, got the thinking emoji, you know what I'm saying? I love the thinking emoji. It's like, that's probably my favorite one. Or this one. This is probably my favorite one. Like, what you asking me for? I don't know. I love this emoji, yeah. So this one I didn't think one. Anyway, using emojis can be a great way to spice up the conversation. However, if they sending you just basic plain text, they sending you anything, you know what I'm saying? Just, yeah, so I was doing this today, da da da. Just plain text, and you send back, oh, so how was that? Thinking emoji. That's kind of like, you don't want to be the only one sending emojis. I ain't gonna say that they gotta send the emoji first for you to send an emoji, because if both parties follow that rule, then nobody will be sending emojis. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta put your foot out there. You dig? Sometimes you gotta make the first step. You gotta take the first step, take initiative. So, but don't just be all loose with them. You know what I'm saying? You can send one emoji like ha ha ha, one crying laughing emoji if they say something kind of funny, or if you say something funny, you trying to emphasize that it's a joke. Just send one crying laughing emoji. You know what I'm saying? It's really only if something's like dumb funny, like mad funny, you be like ha 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 ha. You send like 3-4 crying emojis, because you know what I'm saying, too many emojis could be like, alright, it wasn't how many you send, that makes it that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I ain't never really did this, but if you send like 3 thinking emojis, then that's like like you really in deep thought, my dude. Like you really think about it. So, and that's how they gonna read it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's another thing about, well, that's not another thing. That's what I was saying about the difference between texting and talking, because the emojis and stuff like that, and that's kind of like how you set the tone a little bit. That's how they know it's a joke. You send a crying laughing emoji, that's how you know that somebody is, what I'm trying to say, that's basically how you know what somebody's talking about. So yeah, that's that on emojis. But also, even though there is an emoji for everything, and I do kind of like to use emojis a lot, you don't have to send an emoji with everything. Sometimes it's like, it's overkill. Like, you don't want to see an emoji on every single text. Like, every other one maybe. Every other one, that'll be alright. But just doing it for every single thing that you're saying, even though you can, because there's an emoji for everything, like I said, that's kind of ODing. If you don't know what ODing is, that's doing the most. You overdosing. You doing too much of that. Okay? Okay, so emojis was part 2 of the dry texting. And now for the second part of time, we have the infamous double texting. Dun dun dun! Alright, so basically, pretty much, double texting is self-explanatory. It's when you don't just send one text, you send 2 messages, 3 messages in one sitting, you know what I'm saying, back to back. Okay, so once again, it depends on how long you've been texting a person, how well you know them. Now, if y'all just started talking, and, you know what I'm saying, you say, hey, and then they say, what's up? And then you text back, nothing much, in one message, and then he says back, what you doing? And it's saying, you know what I'm saying, right after that. Okay, there's nothing really wrong with that. That type of double texting is alright, but in the same time, you just want to send it in one message, because that 2 messages from that one person, that looks like, dang, what you talking about? Like, it make it look like you talking about something important, but really you just saying the one thing that you need to say. You just sent it in 2 messages. Try to avoid doing that. Try to put everything that you gotta say in one message, unless it's just too long and you want to split it up, or you want to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, like, man, I don't even know, and then you change the subject, and you'll be like, but anyway, how was this and that? That's different. That's different. Even though you can't just, you know, like, put a comma, put a period in that one sentence, in that one text that you put, sometimes you do want to just send it 2, just to make it, you know what I'm saying, super separate, just to make it clear on what you're saying. The type of double texting you don't want to do is, you like, I know, right? Or something like that, and then they don't text back for a while, and then you be like, yeah, so, what you doing? They still don't text back. And then you'd be like, what you got up for today? Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just keep double, triple texting. If they not responding, you know what I'm saying? First of all, get them a little bit of time. That's another thing. That's why it's in time. Get them a little bit of time to reply. But if they don't, just let it be. You know what I'm saying? If they don't, it's a few things that it could be. One, they just not near their phone. You know what I'm saying? They busy. They at work or something. You know what I'm saying? People have jobs. That's a thing. Or 3, they just don't want to talk to you. Now the third one, that's the down bad one. The other two are fine, so just give it some time. But either way, regardless of what it is, you don't really want to keep on bothering them, because that just, once again, that goes back into thirst. Like, you don't want to seem thirsty, but then again, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. So here are Phoenix's down bads of texting. If you texted somebody and you being like, you doing good, you know what I'm saying? You sending them all thorough, full, complete sentences, you know what I'm saying? And they text you back, LOL. Nah, nah, nah. Okay, you feel me? So that's one of them. If this isn't really as severe, but if they just not sending you any type of emojis or anything, and you just keep on sending them all types of hearts and smiley faces and kisses and surfers and cakes and all types of stuff, then that's kind of another you feel me? And then the third, I'll say the worst one, yeah, the worst one is the double, the triple, quadruple, quintuple texting. All right, because one, at some point, there's got to be some point. Because if you waiting, like I said, you should wait. You know what I'm saying? Wait a little while, and then I guess, you know what I'm saying, maybe if you feel like they just didn't see it or they got their phone on silent or something, just go ahead and shoot them another text. And if they still not replying, then that's just that. They it's over with. It's OV. So that's another one that's, now it's not your fault that they not hitting you back, but it is your fault that you keep on hitting them back, that you keep on hitting them up trying to get a reply from them. So that is what makes that down bad. Okay? And that's all I got for y'all today. Remember, stay safe out there. Don't text and drive. Don't text too many strangers. Don't text too many people at one time. Yeah, I think that's all about it. That's all I got for texting. All right. Phoenix King out. Thanks for watching.